Yo, what's up, Brotherhood channel? Happy Wednesday. I apologize for missing last week. Just honestly, I've been like so caught up in school and counseling and doing all the stuff to stay good, and that's the story for another time. But anyways, this week's topic is inside the mind of a trans guy, I believe. And I think what the actual like premise of this topic was supposed to be was like an idea, kind of like where we just kind of document the random thoughts that go through our head in like a given day. But since I'm filming this same day on Wednesday and it's already like 8 or 9 or whatever time it is, I can't really just document my thoughts for a day, and I didn't document my thoughts for a day, so I thought I'd try to think a little outside the box here and do a little something different to kind of show you a little bit what's inside the mind of this trans guy right here, yeah. So obviously you see these things in front of me right here, so right from the jump I'm gonna start with this. I made this in art therapy yesterday. I love it. It is like, I'm so hooked on it. It is just the best. It's calming. I'm gonna do it right now and we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna keep doing it probably throughout the whole video because it's just so cool. So that's gonna go right there, forefront and center, because I just love it. And let it focus. Okay, good? Yeah. So I made that in art therapy yesterday. I can't stop playing with it, like shaking it and watching it. It's really calming. It can help you with breathing, and also another thing the art therapist said, it can also like represent like your thoughts, and you shake them up and they're all like crazy and going all over the place, and then you can just watch them kind of float around and finally settle and calm down, and it kind of can reflect that. And it's just a really good exercise and really mesmerizing to me. I've been enjoying it. Sorry if the focus is a little out of whack now. I want to keep this here. I'm going to keep playing with it. But that's just something I've been hooked on lately. These are two other things I made in art therapy, and I really want to make a video probably for my personal channel on art therapy, and maybe even for a mental health channel. And in one of them, I really want to go through all the things I made in art therapy. But for now, I just want to, in this video, share a couple things, because these are two of my most abstract. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm gonna share one more. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So hopefully this stays focused. Yeah. So like I was saying, I'll probably make a video at some point on one of my channels where I go through all the things I made in art therapy, but I'm just going to share with you a few things right here. This is something that I feel really represents my mind a little bit. Give you a close up. There you go. That's a pretty good look. I made this, and to me, well, for one thing, I really like making abstract art so people can it can represent whatever they want it to. But for me, this really represents like shattering or lightning. Someone I shared it with said to them it represented like a beating heart, or like a heart with like veins, like sparkling veins coming out. So I thought it was really cool. This is just something that came from my mind. This is how it translated into this. And so I thought that was kind of cool. It represents my mind a little bit. And then there's this one. So this one, I didn't know what it was going to be when I started it. It just kind of turned out into this, and now I kind of interpret it as being like kind of the ocean, or like a sandy bottom of the ocean. These are like the rocks representing the ocean, and then these little blocks maybe represent like fish or something, colorful different fish, each of these blocks. And then I have like a key in here. I have this heart and a peace symbol and stuff like that, like a little silver, where is it? Yeah, like a little thing, one of the same beads I used in this one. Like all these are hidden in the sand at the bottom of the ocean, and that's kind of what this represents for me. But in my head, I didn't really have an idea. I just kind of started. I started with the rim, and then I put the blocks, the glass blocks, and then I filled in all the beads, and I put the key and filled in the beads around it, and so I did all the beads last, and it took me like 3 sessions, like probably about 3 hours, 3.5 hours or so of work in total, and I ended up with this. It took a long time, a lot of focus. I was literally putting down glue with toothpicks and putting the pieces on, but this is just a cool little thing I ended up with, so I thought that kind of represented my mind in a way. Oh, shake this back up. Told you, I love it. Alright, and then finally this one. I wasn't going to show you this one, but I showed it to my counselor actually today, and she thought it really was powerful, and I didn't think of it that way. But then she had me explain it a little bit, and then we both agreed that it means a lot more and represents a lot more in my mind than I realized at the beginning. So I kind of started from this corner, and I didn't really know which direction I was going with things. So that's why it kind of just starts over like this, but I don't know, maybe that's just my little unique touch. The red's really where I started thinking of like a concept. The black is obviously my love for film. Well, maybe not obviously, but it represents my love for film and stuff, and it's just kind of me trying to represent. I don't classify myself as an artist or someone who can draw or color, so these are just all my best tries, and like they're just me expressing myself and doing art therapy, not trying to be an artist. But that was kind of my representation of my tattoo here. So that's like a camera, and then this is light radiating from the camera, trying to show kind of that the camera and film for me has always been a light in like the darkness or danger that the red represents around, and like the bad stuff. Film has always been something that's really radiated in those times, and you can kind of see the light starts to take over the red as it expands, and that's kind of trying to show how films help me overcome things and videos and doing all that, and why that all means so much to me. So that's kind of that. Those are 3 things I thought kind of represented my mind a little bit. But to go even deeper into my mind right now, currently, if I were to have filmed a video recently, just kind of going over my thoughts recent days, for one, I'd say I have big assignments, big end of the semester projects that are due soon in a lot of my classes, so I've been thinking a lot about that. For one of my anthropology classes, American Anthropology, I have a video I have to do where I talk for 3 minutes about a subject that combines some topics we covered over the semester. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for that. Obviously it's a little bit up my alley because I always make videos talking to a camera, so it's nice that it works in that way. But yeah, I got to get that all together. I also have, for one of my classes, a box I need to do. It's like a cultural box, and it kind of supposed to represent myself and my family and stuff. I have to write a paper that goes with that. And then I have a group project going on in one of my classes where we have to redesign a pill bottle, and so I'm doing part of that. I have to do some research on pill bottle designs and stuff and figured all that out. And then my government class, it's just a lot of work, period. And so I got that going on. And then I have an astronomy class where I need to get an extra credit paper in. I have another final test, and I believe another lab that I have to do for that. So that's basically what's been on the forefront of my mind, and that's been what's going on. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of mental health work. My counselor's back, the one that I was working with for a while, and then she went on maternity leave. She's back. We've been working again together, and that's been super awesome. I've also been, of course, doing art therapy, and then also another peer support group on Fridays I've been doing. So I've just been busy, and thinking about school and my mental health and all that. So I don't know. I don't know if that gave you an insight into the mind of this trans guy or not. Well, I hope it did, because these art projects came straight from my mind. So however you want to interpret that, but yeah, may not have been exactly how the topic was intended, but I hope it still kind of covered it in a way. If not, last week was a free topic and I missed it, so you can just count this as makeup for that. So that works too. Anyways, there's supposed to be some storms rolling in tonight. I'm kind of nervous about that. I have a lot of anxiety, and I've never been a storm person. When I was a kid, I used to cry and hide in the basement in my grandma's bed and try to go to sleep until the storms were over, because that's how much they scared me. So I'm a little nervous and not looking forward to that, but hopefully it'll all be good. And yeah, so everyone stay safe out there, and I will try to do the same. And I guess that kind of leads right into stay strong, stay safe, stay you. I love you all so much. I will talk to you soon, and peace. Shake that up one more time. See you guys.